It has always been a long shot, but cricket in the United States has been on the agenda since the early 2000s, where the US took on the likes of Australia in the ICC Intercontinental Cup. But since then, US cricket has fallen off the radar, with our only notable contributions to cricket being the 2017 All-Star Series, where Shane Warne and Sachin Tendulkar headlined teams that played off in a number of baseball stadiums throughout the United States, and this controversial video claiming that baseball is harder to play than cricket. As you may know though, the US has announced they are starting up a new cricket league called Major League Cricket, a 2020 competition launching in 2023 with 6 teams. We will go into detail about this competition in another video, but what this shows is that the US might finally be starting to take things with cricket a little bit more seriously. The problem is that their current cricket side is nothing to shout about. So what I'm going to try and do is try to figure out how to make American cricket great again. There are 3 options the US can go down in trying to make a good cricket side. The first is trying to develop homegrown talent, which is probably the most obvious one, and that can be done by extending the game through schools and just making more competitions available to America's youth. The second is identifying great athletes, such as baseball players, who can't quite crack it at a professional level, but try and transition them towards cricket. This is something that could potentially work in the United States, considering how big baseball is and its similarities to cricket. But the third way, and the one that I'm interested in the most, is stealing players from countries that have dual citizenships. So these are already professional cricketers who are playing cricket elsewhere in the world, but have some association to the United States, whether that be they were born there or they are related to someone who was born in the United States. So I've had a go at making my ideal US 11 out of players who have dual citizenships. Alright, so opening the batting, we've got New Zealand all-rounder Corey Anderson. The former New Zealand international is the star the US so desperately needs. He currently lives with his American wife Mary Schamberger in Texas, which means he has a US citizenship. Anderson represented his country 93 times and played in the ICC World Cup Grand Final in 2015. A World Cup, he scored the second fastest one-day international century in history. He's already accepted a deal to join Major League Cricket, which shows he could be in line to play for the States sometime in the future. At number 2, we've got Sami Aslam. The 25-year-old Pakistan opening batsman is the perfect pick for the USA to open the batting and has already accepted a deal to move over to the States following a demotion from Pakistan's international side. The left-hander played 13 tests for Pakistan and 4 ODIs before he decided to move to the United States in a bid to play for the national side. He has spent the better half of the last 6 months in the USA playing domestic cricket there, where he will have to play for another 2.5 years before becoming eligible to play for the US national side. Slotting in at number 3 is Australian all-rounder Ian Holland. The inaugural winner of the reality TV cricket show called Cricket Superstar, hosted by Alan Border, Holland found himself thrown into the spotlight with a contract with Victoria, and he played in the Sheffield Shield in 2016. Born in Wisconsin, the United States, Holland switched to county cricket in 2017 with Hampshire and made his international debut for the US in 2019. Though he may not have broken records as of yet, he has shown his talent domestically and would be a good fit in the US outfit. Coming in at number 4, we have American-born left-hander Mubrak, who played a handy career at international level for Sri Lanka. He played 13 test matches and 41 day internationals across 13 years. Though he never managed to cement his place in the Sri Lankan side across his 13-year career, a player with the experience of Mubrak against formidable lineups like Australia and India would be a handy inclusion for a growing side like the United States. Willem Ludik is a 24-year-old South African and has shown his potential in New Zealand domestic cricket for the last 3 years, where he smashed a century in his first game. He played in the 2016 Under-19 World Cup with South Africa and impressed in the Under-23 South African side before agreeing to move to the United States in a bid to play international cricket. Ludik will be a player to watch for the future. Now, for the wicketkeeper spot, I struggled to find a player outside the current US outfit who would fit into that role. So instead I've gone for the keeper that the US already has and they've already imported in from India. Ibrahim Khalil is the most experienced player in the US side currently and is the world record holder for the most wicket-keeping dismissals in a first-class match. Khalil played domestic cricket for Hyderabad and represented them in the inaugural but now banned Indian Cricket League. This didn't do him any good in trying to squeeze through the long list of India's ridiculously loaded wicket-keeper talent, so Khalil decided to make the move to the US. He's played for the US since 2017 and has now notched up over 50 matches under his belt. Now, the bowlers is actually where the US strength lies, and to start off, coming in at number 7, we have Hayden Walsh Jr. The former West Indies international is an Antiguan-American cricketer who is a star leg spinner in the Caribbean Premier League. Known for a good wrong-un and a handy technique with the bat, Walsh Jr. is the kind of star the United States needs. Having already joined the US team back in 2020, having a player of Walsh's caliber commit to the US cricket program shows that there is hope going forwards for the States. Rusty Theron from South Africa is the X-factor player the United States needs. A right-arm fast bowler who could also launch the ball a mile with a bat, Theron was a South African international player who played in the IPL for the Rajasthan Royals. He picked up a 5-wicket haul against Zimbabwe on his ODI debut and a 4-wicket haul against Pakistan in 2010, but his chances at international level became thinner and thinner as his career progressed, so he moved to the United States in 2017 with ambition of playing international cricket. At number 9, we have an Australian fast bowler with an impressive 2020 and domestic cricket record. Cameron Gannon would be the man to lead the US fast bowling attack. He's played 22 matches for the Perth Scorchers, Melbourne Renegades and Brisbane Heat and has notched up 127 wickets in his time playing for Queensland and Western Australia. Though this record may not be on the same level as a Stark or an Anderson, we have to remember we're talking about the United States here, and someone like Gannon, who has proved to have performed at a level as good as the Sheffield Shield, will be exactly what the United States needs. He notably notched up 38 Sheffield Shield wickets last season and is the form bowler that the United States needs to lead the attack. At the age of 28, Cameron Stevenson will be coming in at number 10 for the United States. Despite his potential, he has fallen out of favour with Tasmania and the Melbourne Renegades and has found himself in the United States playing for their national side. With the amount of experience Stevenson has behind him and an impressive record as well, he will fit nicely into this side. At number 11, we have the biggest name of the lot, Liam Plunkett. A World Cup winner with a couple of Ashes caps next to his name, the US would have to be looking at trying to snag this big English fast bowler. Despite his age, he's indicated he is as motivated as ever. His 158 games of first-class experience would be a wonderful addition to America's young talent, and his ability to seam the ball and consistently put the ball in the spot will be a great addition to America's attack. So that's it. Let me know your thoughts on this side and whether the United States will ever actually be good at cricket. Thank you so much for taking some time out of all of your busy days to watch my video. I'll be back with more videos for you soon.